That Nation, Charles here. I've been waiting to make a podcast for years now, and I never thought it was the right opportunity, especially after the um, past 2 years. The Saints, bad luck happening. And yeah, why not make one after this annoying loss? I mean, come on. I'm not shocked personally. I didn't expect it, but I'm not shocked either. It's like you get that you're used to it kind of feeling, unfortunately. So that's what I have. But hey, why not? Why not on a night like this, right? I'm making this podcast to not to throw shade at anybody, mainly to talk about uh, the game. It's a little bit of the game itself and the future and why y'all shouldn't be upset. I see everybody, you know, saying the world's ending on Reddit and Twitter and any social media you could think of. But I'm trying to tell you that there's a bright future, regardless of tonight. Um, Something you could sleep with is the fact that the refs didn't really have a big hand in this. Yeah, a couple of flags here and there, but it was mainly the Saints' fault that they lost. Let's be honest. The Vikings straight up showed up and outplayed the Saints. So you can't get mad at the refs this time. I understand the past 2 years, sure. I mean, actually, the first bullcrap thing was on Williams, but I mean, other than that, the Saints. I mean, the refs did have an effect on the second game with the Rams, but this game was the Saints' fault. Let's just put that out there to begin with. So I'll take that any day. I'd rather the Saints lose than have two bullcrap things that happened 2 years in a row to us. So that's the first thing. The Saints shouldn't have even been in this situation to begin with. I mean, the Saints have a history of playing down to these lower tier teams, and they did it tonight. Unfortunately, they did. I mean, today. Um, I really thought that this was the year because the whole 10 years Miami, Drew Brees is getting older, Patriots, all that jumble mumbo jumbo you hear to give you the goosebumps of like this is the year. But man, when the offense was going crazy the past few 3 weeks, whatever it was. I mean, I don't know how the offense plays this bad on a in the playoffs, especially the first round against the lowly Vikings. But give them credit, man. The Vikings brought it. They really brought it, and unfortunately, they came out victorious. I'm more shocked, by the way, about that Brees fumble. I don't understand how that happened. I mean, I understand how it happened. I just don't understand. Brees, we're so used to him throwing the ball away, no issues. Okay, they pressure us. Okay, we'll have the next down to score or something. But that was big. That was really big, and I think that was the one of the biggest factors. Also, Lutz missing that field goal right before halftime. When have we ever in that situation seen Lutz miss when we really needed it? Because think about it. If he made that field goal, we wouldn't be sitting here right now being upset and all on ourselves and getting pissed. So if Lutz hits that field goal, man, probably onto Green Bay. Um, and the defense, wow. I mean, besides the ending, they really did their job. They really did. I mean, how many times did they bail us out after the offense couldn't do anything with the ball? Like anything. I think the defense should get more credit than the Saints fans are trashing them for that last bomb to Thielen. But I mean, come on, like it wasn't happening all game. It was gonna happen eventually, and it did. It just came at the worst possible time. But this game was on the offense, not the defense. Um, Now this next segment, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to. You don't. I mean, it's my opinion. Um, but I'm gonna say it anyways, even though I really don't want to, and it really pains me to say this. But I think it's time to move on from the Sean and Breeze era. And the reason why I say this is because I don't know if you guys remember years and years back when Sean was either getting the boot or leaving, and I can't remember which it was. But I remember him. Yeah, the whole city was in limbo, not sure what was gonna happen. But Sean held a press conference telling us that he was going to stay and that the Saints were going to sign him for extra years. Um, and I know Sean signed that extension last season right before the Rams game, I believe it was. But I remember years and years ago when he said that we were going to win multiple playoff games and win multiple Super Bowls. He said that. And we literally have nothing to show for it after 10 years, or how many years it was. I mean, it was definitely not after the Super Bowl. I meant out of 10 years, his whole, since the Super Bowl, we had nothing to show for except for a few playoff wins. Some of them were good, but you would expect at least Breeze to be in another Super Bowl. And I know last year it's not fair. It really isn't. But I'm just saying in general, you would expect, Breeze to have 2 or 3 more Super Bowls, at least going to. And I know, I just think a fresh start would really do us good. I mean, yeah, we could be in way worse situations than other teams that are starting completely fresh, or they have and they suck. But I think we're in really good shape. We have so many young guys that are really, really good, Pro Bowl caliber type of players. And I just think that there's a few pieces missing. You know what I'm saying? If we keep adding and adding to the, I'm not trying to put them down, but to the older guys, and it's not working, who's to blame? And I just think a fresh start would really do us good. It really would. You understand how fresh starts work. I don't know. It's just my idea. The bright side. Yeah. I mean, it could be a lot worse. I mean, it really could. It could be a hell of a lot worse. We could have had a third year in a row of some bullcrap happening, and just something we really, really don't need right now. But yeah, I mean, I just think I could sleep. I mean, who wouldn't be upset after a loss? You wanted Breeze to go to the Super Bowl and finally win and at least retire on a good note. But I mean, I'm not gonna lose sleep tonight because of this, especially after the past 2 years. I know it was the Saints' fault. I know it wasn't the refs. Maybe Goodell has some secret vendetta against us and somehow pulled. I don't know how you can prove that. If you can prove it, great, because I do believe that. But I don't know. You shouldn't feel upset right now. I mean, let's be honest. It could be a lot worse. Football and not football. If you have family, that's great. Find a hobby, focus on that. The Falcons are not in the Super Bowl. The Panthers aren't in the Super Bowl. The Buccaneers aren't in the Super Bowl. The Patriots just lost their chance to go to the Super Bowl. Their dynasty might be over. We don't know. And our team is still young. And we have Taysom Hill, Teddy Bridgewater, if you like him, and other players that are really, really good. And we're going to be really, really good for years to come. Sometimes you have to overcome multiple speed bumps in order to, or take 5 steps back, I should say, to take a step forward. And who knows what the future will bring. Won't know until the off season. I don't know. I feel for everybody. I understand everyone's hurting right now. I wish it could be better. But always stay on the bright side. I mean, you have your health, hopefully wealth. Go to the gym after New Year's and get ripped. Do what you got to do to kind of get off this loss to the Vikings. But hey, hand it to the Vikings. They brought it, and they deserve that win. They really did. And it's unfortunate that Drew Brees had to go out like that. Hopefully only the best for us. I love you, Houdat Nation. We're going to be here for a long time. Don't you worry about that. Have faith and hope. And I'll see you next time.